Hey guys, and welcome back to Rosie Wrestling. I'm Massa.
And I'm Safe.
And today for Views for Rosie, we have the latest edition of Smackdown Live. And our three talking points today are usually going to be the three qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank ladder matches. So we're just going to get started with the first one, which was Jeff Hardy, the U.S. champion, versus The Miz. What did you think about this match, and what do you think about the outcome?
Great opener. Miz now... I think he's one of the MVPs of the year. He had that fantastic match at Mania. He had that great match at Backlash, the only highlight of that show. And here, a fantastic opener. I mean, seriously.
Even at the Greatest Royal Rumble?
Yeah, that was a great match as well. The Miz, for me, I think he needs to win the Money in the Bank. I think he has world title written all over him. And it's so weird to think about just a few years ago, he won the Money in the Bank and won the world title when he really wasn't ready for it. But now he definitely deserves a big run with it. Jeff, this was it didn't really make him look weak. It was a roll-up finish. I thought it was a very good finish, the Swanton Bomb, and he goes for the pin, but Miz turns it into a roll-up. Jeff won't be at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, or at least in the Money in the Bank match. I think he should have a program with Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, he's the U.S. champion, so he doesn't really lose much.
Yeah, so I think, he could still go on and do something at the pay-per-view. But Miz, for me, definitely my pick so far from the people that have qualified.
Of course. But next we have, for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, Charlotte Flair versus Peyton Royce. And I thought this was a pretty good match. You had the Iconics pulling out those promos, which are really needed for the women's division. We don't have some really great heels, and I really like their work. What do you think about this match as a whole?
A very good match. A really strong... it's so weird how I just said a few days ago that I thought Charlotte was slightly overrated, but here she comes out and pulls out a very good match with Peyton Royce. Royce, the Iconics in general are just a duo that I really like. Charlotte going to the Money Bank makes sense. I wonder if Carmella and Nia are actually going to defend their titles at the Money in the Bank, which I feel like they should still do. But yeah, this makes sense. It was a very good match. Good back and forth action. Maybe Billie Kay will actually qualify for the match itself. But yeah, overall, no complaints. Moving on now to the third talking point. Daniel Bryan versus Rusev in the main event. Pretty good match, really surprising ending. What did you think of Rusev actually getting the victory here?
So, in the beginning, or in the middle kind of the match, I was kind of saying how I kind of wanted Rusev to have more offense. I personally didn't think that he was going to win cleanly here. I was kind of, running it down a little bit. Rusev does deserve a little bit more offense in this. I thought that Cass was going to come out and cost Bryan the match, which does make sense. Cass wasn't even on the show, so I thought, it would be a good place for him to come out. I was very surprised with that. It was, as you said before, a bittersweet moment. I love Rusev and I want him to get that huge push, and it's very well deserved, but it's kind of coming at the cost of Daniel Bryan. But is Daniel Bryan really going to be hurt from this? I kind of want to see in the following weeks what happens.
I still think he should be protected a little bit more. I give credit to Corey Graves, who's kind of pushing it like, he's still recovering from those injuries from Backlash. But I don't really buy that. I do think Big Cass should have been involved in some capacity, because if you're building up to Cass, Bryan 2 at Money in the Bank, which I think they're probably going to do, you want to have him here come in and cost him the match, or at least have Rusev win, not in a clean way, because, Daniel Bryan, he's coming back, he's red hot. You have him win, you have him beat Cass with ease, and have him lose here. I know I love Rusev, and I'm so happy for him, and he definitely deserves a big push. But Daniel Bryan, for me, is the main event talent on the SmackDown roster. So, like you said, bittersweet moment.
So overall, this was a pretty quick SmackDown. There hasn't really been that much on. I thought it was relatively entertaining. Those qualifying matches have really been a good way to build up to the pay-per-view. We still have about 5 to 6 weeks till the actual pay-per-view, so it's a pretty long build. Hopefully they use their time wisely.
Yeah, honestly, very good SmackDown. Some really strong matches. I thought Jeff and Miz was really strong. Peyton and Charlotte was really good. And that surprise ending, I think, was also the cherry on top. So not that much filler. Next week we also have the New Day go against the Bar in kind of a special stipulation. The winner actually has one member be put into the Money in the Bank match. So I think this was an overall pretty good SmackDown, and I think it was better than Raw this week.
Right.
And just in general, I think Raw and SmackDown did a pretty good job to bounce back from Backlash after that debacle of a show. But yeah, so tell us what you guys thought of SmackDown in the comment section below.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rview Wrestling, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!